everyone, welcome back to your Guide to Living Free. I hope you are ready to get started and move into dealing with our thoughts and our emotions, because that's what we're going to be starting on today. It's been a really great journey so far, and this next portion of this 60-day series where we're dealing with your thoughts and emotions, you will start to see some very dramatic shifts in your life. Now, each of the tips and tools that I'll be discussing over the next few weeks in and of themselves might seem pretty small and not like they're going to, make any dramatic difference. But as we start gaining momentum and as you start applying all these different tools and all these different philosophies into your life, you will see some really big differences. Now, at the beginning of the program, I mentioned to you to get a notebook or journal to keep track of your journey and what you experience over the 60 days. And if you haven't been keeping track of it or journaling or writing things down in a notebook as we've been going so far, that's perfectly fine. But this next portion of the 60 days, it's really important to have something that you can keep track of your thoughts and spend some time reflecting on the different things that we're talking about. Okay? Now, today, what I want to do is I really want to start by just looking at some of those negative thoughts and some of the thoughts that get in our way. Now, what'll happen is we will get into these conversations in our minds where, we'll doubt things and we'll, really just go down this hole of worrying and doubting and being concerned and, how can I do this? Or I can't believe I did that. Why am I not living my life this way? And it's just this constant just beating ourselves down. So what I want you to first acknowledge and realize is that's not you. That's your ego. So we have, this ego in our mind that's feeding us all these thoughts to keep us in this place and keep us stuck in the current position that we are in our life. And we all have, even the people that have been doing this work for years and years, have things that tend to get in their way sometimes when it comes to thoughts. And the first thing to do is to really acknowledge those thoughts and to recognize which thoughts are not serving you and which thoughts are getting in your way. So what I want you to start with today is I want you just to simply acknowledge and look at, okay, there's these thoughts coming in, and especially the thoughts that aren't serving you. The thoughts that aren't serving you, simply just thank them for sharing and just move on. Don't get caught in that moment of paying attention to those thoughts and continuing the conversation and, having the snowball effect where one little thought will have you go down this rabbit hole of, everything's awful and terrible. Okay? So just simply acknowledge those thoughts, thank them for sharing, and move on. Okay, now, and like I just said, if as you start acknowledging these thoughts, they start to lose momentum and they start to lose power. And you'll start noticing by just acknowledging that they're there, that things will begin to shift. Okay, now, I hope you have some great results with this and just apply this throughout the week. So I'm going to keep giving you some tips that you're going to keep adding on throughout the week. Now with your journal or notebook, spend some time, writing down some of your thoughts and where you're at and where you want to be. Okay? I hope you have a fabulous day and I will see you tomorrow.